Okay, so hello everybody, welcome to my February TBR vlog. I am so excited. I feel like I haven't done one of these in ages. Obviously I have, but like still. Anyway, here are my books. We're all going to ignore this one because this is my January book club read. I know I'm pulling it close. I know I'll take it off for now, but like I'm pulling it really close. Okay, I'm pulling it really close, so we're just gonna ignore it. I'm not sure what my February book club read is yet, so we're gonna ignore book club. Great, we all agree on that. Okay, first prompt. A romance book. I don't, I want to read fantasy. Because right now I am my Stormlight Archive era. I'm on book 3, I'm on Oathbringer, and when I tell you I will be binging the rest of Stormlight until I finish it, that is what I'm telling you. But then again, I'll probably finish before Feb. So it doesn't matter. Romance book, here we fucking go. Okay, so this is organized by genre. So these are romance up to here. These are mystery. They're fictions, non-fiction, dark romance, dystopian, and the rest of fantasy. So here are my romance. It is summer. So why is the first prompt I pick out a romance book? That's just mean. That's really just quite rude. I gotta say beach read, because I love teasing everyone. Beach read is drawing my eye. I haven't read an Emily Henry. This would be my first one, and it is kind of drawing my eyes. So, because I feel like if I don't read it now, I have to wait till next summer or spring at the very least. January is a hopeless romantic who narrates her life like she's the lead in a blockbuster movie. Gus is a serious literary type who thinks true love is a fairy tale. But Jenna and Gus have one thing in common. They're both broke, they have crippling writer's block, and they need to write bestsellers before summer's end. The result? A bet to swap genres and see who gets published first. The risk? In telling each other's stories, their worlds might be changed entirely. So this has been on my TBR a few times this year. I'm determined to actually read my TBRs. Not in Jan. We'll ignore Jan because I was reading Soul Archive, so I couldn't stop. Okay, I couldn't stop. So beach read. I don't know if I should put this on because I need to read it. But yeah, there is this one. Welcome to first night of Deathcast. Orion Pagan has waited years for someone to tell him that he's going to die due to his serious heart condition, but now that he's signed up to Deathcast, he's ready to begin living. Getting an end day call is the last thing on Valentino Prince's mind. He has a long and promising future ahead of him, and he's excited to spend the night at the Deathcast launch party. When Orion and Valentino cross paths, their bond is undeniable, but after the very first death call goes out, the boys' lives are changed forever. One of them receives a call and the other doesn't. I have read They Both Die at the End, and I loved that book. So this has been on my TBR for a very long time, so I'd be very happy to see it go. And I'm not too interested in the rest at the moment. Maybe no, because this is Icebreaker's a winter book. I know that's really setting myself up for failure there, but I'm not feeling 1,000 Boy Kisses, not really feeling Wild Love. Let's check out Checkmate. Mallory Greenleaf is done with chess. Every move counts nowadays. After the sport led to the destruction of her family 4 years ago. Mallory's focus is on her mum, her sisters, and the dead-end job that keeps the lights on. That is, until she begrudgingly agrees to play in one last charity tournament and inadvertently wipes the board with notorious king killer Nolan Sawyer, current world champion and reigning bad boy of chess. See, that hurt to read. Bad boy of chess. Oh, stop it. That's so cringy. Help. Nolan's loss to an unknown rookie shocks everyone. What's even more confusing, his desire to cross pawns again. What kind of gambit is Nolan playing? The smart move would be to walk away, resign, game over. But Mallory's victory opens the door to sorely needed cash prizes, and despite everything, she can't help feeling drawn to the enigmatic strategist. As she rockets up the ranks, Mallory struggles to keep her family safely separated from the game that wrecked it in the first place. And as her love for the sport she so desperately wanted to hate begins to rekindle, Mallory quickly realizes that the games aren't only on the board, the spotlight is brighter than she imagined, and the competition can be fiercely attractive and intelligent and infuriating. That sounds pretty good, actually. Sounds pretty good. Okay, what one? What romance book shall we be reading in Feb, hopefully? Hopefully. I'm determined, okay? I'm determined to actually read my TBRs as soon as I finish the archive. I'm determined, okay? So what will I actually read? I feel like I'm most likely to read Check and Mate, actually, because it's different, and I feel like these two scare me. These two scare me. This has been on my TBR for like 3 years, and it scares me, okay? This... It's my first Emily Henry book, so that scares me as well, even though it's super short, but like it scares me anyway. So I feel like I'm most likely to read Check and Mate, which is, these have all been on my TBR for ages because I just don't read romance. I don't read romance, okay? I read romance in fantasy, but not just romance. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go Check and Mate. I really hope I'm actually gonna read it. Or maybe not Check and Mate. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just like read a little bit. Beach read does sound good. Okay, definitely not this one. Maybe. Can you tell my decision making skills are actual bullshit? Okay. Maybe if I put this on my TBR again, I'll actually read it. Yes. Because I feel like I can read these two anytime, but this I need to read right now. Otherwise I'm gonna have to wait another year to read it. So, beach read, I will force myself to read this. This is a month where I will read beach read. Watch me. Watch me, fucking watch me. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Okay, come on, a fantasy one, please. A fantasy one, please. Shit. Okay. Been on the TBR for 1+ year. Okay, I'm gonna go my book journal. She'll be back. I'm praying one of these are fantasy because I'm in such... This is gonna be my fantasy year. It's normally a fantasy year, but this is gonna be my fantasy year. Okay. Options, we have Wild Love, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, beach read. Let's just skim for a fantasy, shall we? So The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I gotta say, I really want to read The Darker Shades of Magic, so I have to read The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue first, so... Alright, here we go. Yes, I'm so in the mood for this, I must say. France, 1714. A desperate woman makes a desperate deal in the dark. A bargain to live forever but be remembered by none. So begins the invisible... I'm so in the mood for this. This is actually insane. Okay. So begins the invisible life of Addie LaRue. Shadow muse to artist throughout history, forgotten friend, confident and lover, slipping away with the morning light. Addie passes through lives, desperate only to leave a trace of herself, until the day she walks back into a small bookshop in Manhattan and meets Henry, who remembers her. After 300 years, Addie's life is restarting, but the devil never plays fair. As Henry and Addie's lives start to intertwine, they must face the consequences of the decisions they've made and the prices to be paid. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue is a dazzling adventure across centuries and continents, across history and art, about a young woman learning how far she will go to leave her mark on the world. Okay, I am so in the mood for this. It has been a long time coming. It has been a long time coming. Yes, okay, so we're really going for popular books so far. Okay, next prompt. A book with your least favorite color on it. Why did I choose that prompt? That's actually not a great prompt. Okay, before looking at the covers, let's just... I don't know what's my least favorite color. I don't even have a favorite color, guys. This is a horrible question. Brown? An ugly grey, maybe? Maybe like a magenta pink. Like a really magenta-y colours. Or like a really bright, fugly yellow. It's such a shame all fantasy books are beautiful, isn't it? It's such a shame. Like, actual shame. I'm not trying to be sarcastic here. It's actually a fucking shame. Okay. Deadly Little Scandals. That's a pretty gross colour. That's a pretty gross colour. Kill Order. That's really on the spine. I do hate these non-fictions, but they will stay there for eternity because someone else bought them for me. Why would you buy me non-fiction? What? Why? I should probably just get rid of them already because I'm never going to read them, but they're staying there so I don't accidentally remember that I might like a non-fiction and buy another non-fiction that will sit there forever as well. Shadow Man looks pretty nasty too, I must say. I hate people on the front cover, but that's not the prompt, but like the color is not that great either. Everything I know about love, that is a pretty bad color too. But I don't feel like I'm gonna read this. I guess black isn't my favorite color because then I could do a fantasy. Maybe I could do a kill order. But I don't feel like I'm quite ready to go back into the Maze Runner world yet. Sorry guys, my cat's just like staring at me. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. I love when she just imperiously looks down on me from above like that. It's really giving pure cat energy. This was a horrible prompt. I'm so sorry. Okay. I feel like I want to read Deadly Little Scandals because this is the second book. As you can see, there's a little 2 there. And I want to read this before I get what happened in Little White Lies. But I kind of really disliked the other ending because, well, I'm not going to explain, but I disliked it. Yeah, I'm not really feeling this. I really should read it, but I'm not really feeling it. Okay, so I think we're going to go with Deadly Little Scandals. I'll tell you what happens in Little White Lies because this is the second book, so I don't want to read the blurb off this and spoil anyone. So, Little White Lies, it's about Sawyer. Lives a pretty poor but pretty happy life, really. She lives with her mum, but one day her grandma shows up and invites her to be a debutante in exchange for $500,000. So she can go to college and stuff. So Sawyer agrees and she goes and becomes a part of the debutante season, but she starts to grow to love it, especially all the mysteries. But there's a really big mystery throughout the whole series, and that's trying to figure out who her father is. So yes, that is Little White Lies, and I'm very excited for Deadly Little Scandals because look, these are the 4 main female characters and they have spades. Are we killing someone? Are we killing someone? So, because I'm so on board. I'm so on board for a little bit of murder. So, yes. Okay. I really need to get some better prompts, guys. These ones are horrible, actually. Okay. Over 800 pages. Oh, we love. We love. Okay, I think that might only be Rhythm of War, which I am not complaining about. This is the... Well, it's not the next one because I'm reading Oathbringer, then I'm going to read Dawnchild, which is this little novella, and then I'm going to read Rhythm of War. So I can't read the back. I can't read the back because I haven't finished Oathbringer yet, but yes, absolutely fucking yes. Okay, we'll give a little bit of a blurb for Stormlight Archive, but if you haven't read any Brandon Sanderson books, I would recommend starting with the Mistborn trilogy. Okay. Oh my god, Stormlight Archive. Way of Kings. So Stormlight Archive follows 3 main characters. Dalinar, who is a general / high prince. So he's very important to the Alethi. He's like very, very high up. We have Kaladin, who is my favorite character. He is a slave who starts getting mysterious powers. And then we have Shallan, who is a scholar, we'll say. Shallan starts off trying to save her family, who are really struggling because their dad just died, and she is like a noble family in another kingdom, so she travels to Alethi to gain scholarship under Jesna, who is a high scholar, to try to like learn stuff, but also to try to steal something from Jesna in order to save her family. So yes, those are the 3 main characters. It is such high fantasy war. Oh, the vibes, the characters, the character development. Oh my gosh. And each book so far has been centered on a person. The Way of Kings, the first book, was centered around Kaladin. We got past POVs of him growing up. The Words of Radiance was mainly Charlon. We got past POVs of her growing up, and then Oathbringer, it's a Dalinar book. So we've gotten past POVs of him, his life. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen with River of War. Are we going to start the cycle again? I'm not 100% sure because it's a 10-book series and there are 3 main characters. So how would that work? We'd get one person's POV more than the others, and we've already had past POVs. So are we just going to start going all in, all characters? I'd love that personally. So far it's a 10-book series. 5 books are out and that's the first core, and the 6th book hasn't come out yet. So yes, this is the 4th book. So yes, I'm obsessed. And I will definitely be reading this in Feb. 1-word title. Fantasy. Oh, Dawn Shard. Okay. Me just putting all of Brandon Sanderson books on here because I know I'm gonna read them. Okay. What else do we have? Icebreaker, no. Hamnet and Shadow Man. I think that is it. So this is yes, absolutely yes. Dawn Shard. I'm not gonna read the back because I've not finished book 3 yet, and this is a 3.5 novella. So I do not want to spoil myself, because if, God forbid, someone dies at the end of book 3 and it's on the back of here, I'm gonna, because I'm nearly finished Oathbringer. I've got like 300 pages left, so, and that is nearly finished in books like these, because Oathbringer is like 1,300 and something. Okay, so I just had to friend storage, so sorry about that, but okay, yes, so Dawn Shard is 3.5 between Oathbringer and Rhythm of War. No idea what it's about, obviously, but very much so excited to read it. I'm just like, I'm putting books on that I know I'll read, and I know I will read these too, because I'm a binge reader. If I start a series and it's good, I will binge that shit. Okay, so that's 5. We've got 1 more. Okay, this is probably like the quickest TBR video I've ever done, but blue cover, gorgeous. Okay, I really think I'm gonna get to this very soon. So this, The Housemaid, Hamnet, or Heavenly Bodies, because that's kind of not really blue actually. Hobbit, that's kind of blue, yeah, but I don't really think I'm in the mood for that yet. Okay, I gotta say, I think I'm gonna go with A Song to Drown Rivers, and I think I will actually read this month. So, a love story that transcends time and place. Zix's beauty is seen as a blessing to the villages of Yu, where the base fate for a girl is to marry well and support her family. When Zaishi draws the attention of Fan Li, the famous young military advisor, he presents her with a rare opportunity to use her beauty as a weapon, one that could topple a rival neighbouring kingdom of Wu, improve the lives of her people, and avenge her sister's murder. All she has to do is infiltrate the enemy spells as apply, seduce their immoral king, and weaken them from within. Inspired by the legend of Zixi, one of the famous 4 beauties of ancient China, A Song to Drown Rivers is an epic novel steeped in myth about womanhood, war, sacrifice, and love against all odds. I really hope I read this. Because I am such a Jamie Folk fan. And she recommends this very, very much often. So yes, I really need to get to this. But also, I don't know if I'm really feeling this. Like, should I go The Housemaid or Hamnet instead? Because Hamnet's also sort of, I know it looks wintry, but it's actually a summery book. So I read 100 pages into this once, but I wasn't really in the mood, so I soft DNF. So these could also work very well. Every day I clean the Winchesters' beautiful house, I collect their daughter from school, and I cook a delicious meal for the whole family before heading up to eat alone in my tiny room on the top floor. I try to ignore how Nina Winchester makes a mess just to watch me clean it up, how she tells strange lies about her own daughter, and how her husband seems more broken every day. But it's hard not to imagine what it would be like to live Nina's life, the walk-in closet, the fancy car, the perfect husband. I can only try on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once. But so she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my bedroom door is only locked from the outside, it's far too late. But the Winchesters don't know who I really am. They don't know what I'm capable of. I gotta say, I really am feeling thrillery, so this might be it. This might be it. On a summer's day in 1596, a young girl in Stratford-upon-Avon takes to her bed with a sudden fever. Her twin brother Hamnet searches everywhere for help. Why is nobody at home? Their mother Agnes is over a mile away in the garden where she grows medicinal herbs. Their father is working in London. Neither parent knows that Hamnet will not survive the week. Hamnet is a novel inspired by the son of a famous playwright, a boy whose life has been all but forgotten, but whose name was given to one of the most celebrated plays ever written. I think this is a play of Hamlet, because I think that's the popular one they were talking about. But okay, I think I've got my final thing. Okay, so the final TBR is... So I've got a pretty good balance. I've got a romance, 3 fantasy, and 2 thriller, well, mysteries, really. Okay, I'm very much looking forward to all of this, and perhaps... I think the Housemaid movie already came out. Maybe it was on Boxing Day or something. I'm not sure. But yes, this is my February TBR. Okay, so that's actually not the end of the video. We are going to be putting our February TBR in our book journal. I've already done the spread, and I gotta say, it is one of my faves I've done so far. It's more scrapbooky than I usually do, but... yes, we absolutely adore. So I'll put the 6 books in here, and that'll be the February TBR spread complete. Okay, so I'm now all done with the February TBR. I think it looks gorgeous, I must say. I'm so excited to read all of these books, and yes, I'll see you in the next video.